This is Weird663, and this is 7 Days to Die, Day 5. Alright, on Day 5, you want to work on perimeter defense. Let's open up your chest and put your feathers and big spikes in there, along with making sure you take out your coal and drink water to 100%. Now let's organize your tool belt for easier access for your items you're going to need to use. Now head downstairs to the front door while eating on your corn. If you have the light on your miner's helmet, go ahead and turn that off because this does attract zombies. Now head out the front door. Immediately begin placing frames down on the ground and begin building a wall around your house. When you get to the corner of your wall, begin placing 3 more frames on top of it, and then upgrade those frames to the second level of wood. Now since there is a garage, let's go ahead and attach these frames to the garage and make it part of your wall. Make sure you have all your frames put around your house by 3 o'clock because there's some form of zombies that will actually come around your house. I say some form because they can be dogs or they can actually be zombies. You want to try to make sure you're inside the house by 3. Once you have that last frame put down, go ahead and go to your front door. Now go inside your house and go upstairs. Now we gotta wait for at least 1 gaming hour to pass. While we do so, we're gonna go ahead and eat our corn until we're full. You may have picked up some debris out front while placing down your frames, so go ahead and put those inside your chest. Now let's head downstairs to the front door. Make sure you're paying attention to your heat so that you're not overheating, so that you can change back and forth from your miner's helmet to your cowboy hat. Now exit the house and begin making sure you look around to make sure the zombies are gone. Now let's begin upgrading your wooden frames. Let's start off at one of the corners. Once you're finished upgrading the corners, go ahead and place 4 more wooden frames in the corner and upgrade those as well. Since we're going to be using the side of the garage as part of our wall, we're going to go ahead and upgrade that side of the garage along with putting upgraded wooden frames in the windows. Just like before, we want to go ahead and make sure we're finished upgrading all these wooden frames by 7 o'clock. If you're not, just go ahead and go in the house at 7 o'clock because there will be another short wave of zombies. As soon as 7 o'clock hits, go ahead and go to your front door. Now head upstairs. Now open up your chest and begin taking out all of your feathers. Now head down to the forge. While working on your wall, you should have reached level 40 in construction. If you haven't, go ahead and upgrade a few things in the house, and afterwards, go ahead and buy the steel perk. Now open up the forge and begin crafting 10 forged steels. As soon as 5 of them are done, go ahead and take those out. Now begin crafting a steel pickaxe. Once you're finished, go ahead and organize your tool belt for your new item. Now exit the forge room and begin heading to one of the corners of the room. Quickly begin taking out the wooden pole. Now let's use your new steel pickaxe on the concrete floor. Now let's go ahead and set up Miner 69er just in case we have enough time to be able to get a new perk before we hit bedrock. Now let's start using that stone shovel. Now let's go ahead and re-equip our miner's helmet. Now let's jump inside the hole and finish the job. Now to make it a little interesting, I go ahead and place a couple frames inside the hole and start making a path going downward to give me a little bit easier focus when I start using my pickaxe to dig my way down to bedrock. Now begin mining your way down to bedrock. Now that we've collected some small stones, let's go ahead and begin crafting some crossbow bolts while we mine. Once you reach bedrock, begin placing the wooden frames down as you make your way back to the top. Now begin removing the old frames that you put up a few moments ago and begin placing the frames on top of the ones you just climbed up with. Now begin mining your way down to bedrock, and while doing so, begin upgrading the wooden frames along the way. Now that we've reached bedrock, begin facing yourself away from your base and begin working on the wall. Now begin taking out some of the wall so that we can turn around and start placing some ladders. Now begin placing the ladders on the wooden frames and begin making your way back up to your base. Make your way back to the forge. Let's split your iron and the coal that you have and place them in the forge and take out your forged steel. Now head back upstairs. Now let's place a few unnecessary items inside the chest. Now let's buy the skill perk, leather tanning. Now let's craft 2 leathers out of the animal hides, and when finished, let's craft a crossbow. Now let's equip the cowboy hat. Now go downstairs and to the front door. Now go out the front door and finish upgrading your wooden frames. Alright, as I sit there and upgrade my wall, I happen to notice a zombie in my base. I'm a little disturbed, so I'm going to go ahead and look around my base to find out if it broke through somehow. I come to find out it didn't break through, it just spawned inside. Thank goodness we just created this crossbow. Let's go ahead and put this crossbow to good use and kill that zombie. Now that I've taken out the zombie, I'm going to go ahead and finish upgrading my base. Once I finish upgrading my base, I'm going to go ahead and add a second layer to the wall. Don't forget the roof that hangs over the garage and the wooden poles. Go ahead and take those out. When you finally finish upgrading the walls to your base, go ahead and go to your front door. Now turn around and on the wall place 6 frames in front of your front door. Now head inside your base. Now head to the second floor to your ladder. Now let's go ahead and knock out this wooden ladder, plug up that hole in the ceiling, and go ahead and knock out a hole in the wall in front of us for a wooden door. Now make your way upstairs. On second thought, let's go to the second floor and start upgrading those wooden frames by the stairs. Now make your way upstairs. Now let's open up the chest and begin organizing our inventory. Now let's go ahead and start eating on some corn till we're 100%. Now let's go ahead and drink some bottles of water until we're 100%. We end day 5 with learning how to craft steel, leather tanning, the beginning of our underground base, and a double wide perimeter fence. This is Weird 663 saying this is the end of 7 Days to Die, day 5.